Now this Sunday, Arsenal versus Manchester United. They go head to head in the latest instalment of this absolute classic.
This for 3 points. This to beat fierce rivals Ruud van Nistelrooy. Oh, he's missed it! He has hit the bar! And Arsenal do get their draw, but it's not finished yet. They're all around Ruud van Nistelrooy.
There was massive rivalry between these two football clubs, and there was a game within a game.
Martin, he'd shaved these studs to sharpen them up for the game. He was desperate to get hold of Ruud.
He's always feisty. They're the sort of games you want to play in, though. You know, it's really a tough game.
Every game against Arsenal is always a big one.
The rivalry then was immense because that was, out of all the teams I played against, apart from Juventus, that was the team you're thinking could get beat here, because they were all like beasts.
It's Freddie Youngberg again, pushed out by Bartes. Wilton! Oh! Young, it's 8.
I think it's one of the best in the Premier League. The history of this clash is huge.
Arsenal and Manchester United, a classic footballing rivalry.
Gets you pumped up, Ray. You'll never forget that feeling.
No, it's always a great fixture. The rivalry goes back years, though, doesn't it? I don't know when it's really started. I was with Perry Groves the other night, and he knew. But 89, I remember 89, they had a massive pitch. I think they got dot points, didn't they? Both teams. So it's always been there. But obviously, the 90s, they dominated. They were such a good team, Manchester United, back in the day, that they're the ones to beat. If you beat them, usually you win the league. So that was always why it was a big game. So if you get 4 points home and away, you had a chance of winning the league. That's how we looked at it.
Well, looking at Arsenal, top of the Premier League, 7 points ahead of Man City and Aston Villa. Just 2 points less than the Invincibles had after 22 games. That was back in 2003-2004. Man United now under Carrick. They're sitting 5th in the Premier League. Only
good position.
Liverpool. I can't believe that.
Yeah, I mean, look, Amorim, as much as people said he's wrong for the club and this, that, whatever, they were still in a good position when he left.
He was getting there. He was really starting.
But I think he was just a little bit too stubborn with how he set up his team and didn't give people a chance. And it just shows you that you can't just play one game the way they did. They've got to do that week in, week out now, Manchester United. That's the big question for Michael Carrick, to say, can I get that performance out of this team every single week?
If he does get that performance...
they've been in the top 4.
Do you think they'll beat Arsenal?
Look, Arsenal are a brilliant team as well. If Arsenal can play to their strengths and the best they can play, you would say probably Arsenal probably win. But it only takes... and they haven't been great in the league in recent weeks. You know, they've been struggling a little bit. I mean, against Forest, the Wolves game at home. And there's a couple of home games where they've not really done enough, but they got the result. And then you wonder if those are the games that, you'll know yourself, it's harder to get up for them, whereas this one you get up for it. Oh, you're up for it anyway. Yeah. I mean, you've got to be up for it every game because you were trying to win a title, and you can play poorly, though, which they've done in certain games, but they got the result. Because people don't analyse at the end of the season, say, remember that game against Wolves or so-and-so, 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 so-and-so. That was terrible because it ends up you're the most consistent team. Whoever wins the league is the most consistent team throughout the year. And they have been so far. Arsenal top of the Premier League, the top of the Champions League, FA Cup 4th round against Wigan, pretty much in the Carabao Cup final. So the big question is, Ray, can Arsenal win the quad? Well, look, they've got every chance. I mean, at the moment they're looking like the best team in Europe in the Champions League. I think they've been brilliant in Champions League. But you need a lot of luck along the way. You need all the draws going your way. You need all that sort of stuff. You need injuries, key players, proper key players. To people like Declan Rice, if he missed a few games, would they cope? Look, they've got a good backup squad, but you still want your best players out there. And quadruple, I wouldn't be greedy. If they won the Premier League this year, I'll be absolutely delighted. Just one trophy. Yeah. If they can get another one, then great. And the first one's always hard as a group of players. And this League Cup, they'll look at this and say, look, can we get one in the bank already? Which gives everybody confidence, everybody a belief they can win more. So that's quite a big game, but there's 2 legs. Obviously, Chelsea go to the Emirates, and I think they was missing quite a few players in that first leg. Casado was out, Palmer wasn't there, and so they're going to be all the big guns to come back in, and they'll have a chance at the Emirates. But look, if they can win a trophy, Champions League they've never won, so that'd be a massive trophy if they can win it. But I'll take one at the moment. Yeah, and Arteta needs one. Not the big one, no. I need the big one. Champions League or the Premier League. You just take one of those. I'm sure Arsenal support would take that.
Yeah, Arsenal fans, the floor is yours. 03717 223344. You can get the perspective of the legend Ray Parlour. Good morning to Josh, the gunner. Josh, how are you this morning? What have you got for Ray?
Good morning.
How you doing, Josh?
Morning.
Yeah, I'm good. It's an honour to be speaking to the Romford Pele.
Oh, yeah. Thanks, mate. Honoured to speak to you as well, mate.
Yeah, thank you. You know what it is? I feel like the stars are aligning, because this will be title number 14. Just the fact that it's number 14 and the fact that we're going for 4 cups, you never know. You just never know.
How many FA Cups has Arsenal won? They've won about 13 or 14, haven't they?
We've got 14 FA Cups as well.
There we go. There's 14. Oh, hello.
It's your magic number.
Do you know what I mean?
And Thierry Henry was one of the best players I've ever, and he wore number 14. Oh, it's bad.
Oh, you've said something now, Josh. You've got us all thinking.
Exactly. 14 league titles pending, 14 FA Cups,
Well,
who knows? But
Josh, as a supporter though, at the start of the season, you just want to win one of the big ones, don't you? I mean, the Premier League or the Champions League were the ones. Look, it's great that we're in the FA Cup still. There's a long way to go in that. The League Cup, you've got every chance. I mean, semi-final, it looks like it could be Man City in the final. They've got the 2-0 advantage of Newcastle. Look, you can win trophies, but I think one of the big two is the ones Arsenal fans really want.
Yeah, Josh, what would you take? What would you take? What do you want?
Well, mathematically, we're 12 wins away from the Premier League.
Okay, still a lot.
So I want the Premier League. Champions League's lovely. Don't get me wrong, but we've got plenty of time to win that.
All right, Josh. Good luck to you. Thank you.
Yeah, cheers, Josh.
Can I ask you, Ray?
Yeah, the league is such a hard because you always have that bad period, and teams struggle a little bit. You've seen Liverpool do it this season. Man City at times have struggled, and then they've got it going again. But the consistency and 38 games of the Premier League is really, really tough. And
does the mental side then start to come into it at this stage? Like, do you think they've got the nerve? Have they got the steel?
It certainly comes in about March time.
Right.
I reckon March. You'll be there and thereabouts. So 7 points is a good gap to have. Don't get me wrong. You've got to lose 2. You've got to lose 2, and you've got to draw and lose 2 games, which is and look, this weekend's vital again. Every weekend's vital. There's no doubt about that. But obviously, Man City playing Wolves. Obviously, Villa got a tricky game against Newcastle. But Arsenal at home, if they can get 3 points, it's a big statement.
Yeah, and if they don't
against Man United, who's really picked up.
If they get the 3 points, Man United, does this now start to really change the shape?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, it will be because you look at the momentum, you look at all that sort of stuff, belief and all that, and you get beat at home by any team. It's a real kick in the teeth, especially if you're Arsenal being at the Emirates. But for me, I'm not going to get carried away. There's a long way to go, but they're in a great position. The bookmakers don't get it wrong too often, and they're probably massive favourites to win. 1-6 on probably to win the league, and they don't get it wrong too often. So I'm hoping the bookmakers are right this year.
Take the confidence from that. What do you make of Saka's form so far this season? There's been a bit of negativity around his performances. Jamie O'Harrison, he's not world class. What do you think? I
like Saka's been brilliant. Yeah, the amount of football he's played for such a young man is amazing, really. I mean, he's probably played 215, 16 Premier League games already in his career. He's only 23, 24, which is amazing. He come onto the scene very young. What he's done, he's set the bar so high with his standards on the pitch. Sometimes you're going to drop under that bar. You can't play like that every week. It's impossible as a player. You're going to have little dips in your career where you just got to keep working hard and get back into playing again. But I think he's been brilliant, absolutely superb. He's got that. He's Arsenal through and through. He's come through the ranks. He knows what the club mean to him. And I'm really pleased he signed a new contract. Very, very important. As much as we want to bring players into the club, the players who they've already got, they've got to keep them together as well as a group of players. And I can't fault him since he's put that Arsenal shirt on. So look, there's competition. There's no doubt about that. You see Mikel now rotating quite a bit, don't you? Trossard, Martinelli on the left-hand side, and you've got Madueke on the right with Saka. He's got that luxury to have that. Not many clubs can do that.
Yeah.
Change wide men week in, week out, and they've still got the quality of each side. So
And you've really missed him when he has been injured in the past before. Like, he's such a huge loss.
Well, he's good. The fullbacks seem to link up well with him as well. I mean, Timber, if he does play right back, I know he's been playing all over the place. Ben White, even when he plays, he's got a good understanding with him. So, I think he's such an important player, Saka.
Can't wait for this one at the Emirates. It's Sunday 4:30. Arsenal take on Manchester United in the Premier League.